to be here today. I welcome you to this event, and I know for sure that you will leave better than you came, that you will leave with more knowledge to take out into your communities, to share with your constituencies, your target communities, to get the work done that absolutely has to be done. Let me just tell you how this event came about. Back in December, and I believe I was put into this job in November. I was sworn in November. And in December, I pulled together a group of about 10 people because what I wanted to do immediately was to engage the community that we serve here in Jacksonville, because it's close to my office, to just talk about what it is we all are doing right now, what our priorities are, and what are the ways in which we can support one another as colleagues and as friends and not as competitors. How do we come together to leverage the resources that we all have? Human resources, financial resources. How do we put all of that together to make the most huge and monumental impact that we possibly can in Jacksonville? Several discussions ensued about what we were doing in Jacksonville, what the issues are that we needed to wrap our arms around, who had the level of expertise to do that kind of work, where the gaps in expertise were. And then it occurred to us that one of the ways to really get a greater handle on this was to facilitate a conference bringing together as many people as possible who have the same interests, mutual visions for our communities, that we might be able to learn from one another, learn how we can support one another, learn how we can grow our organizations and stimulate more interest in our communities to address the myriad of problems that we have. So that's why we're here today. That's how this came about. I think that at this time it's critical that I introduce to you some very important people that you need to know, without whom I would not be able to stand here. Now keep in mind, this is not a HUD event. This is a community event. And so we have lots of people who have come together, who have planned with me over the course of several months, and I absolutely want to acknowledge them. And as I call their names, I would please ask that you stand. Sharon Nasworth, Ability Housing. Iris Jones, BB&T. From the city of Jacksonville, we have Ross Phillips. East 21st Street Neighborhood Association, Jackie Lattimore. Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta, Janet Hamer. Terry Chelikowski. Is Terry here? Terry Chelikowski is with the Florida Alliance of Community Development Corporations. From Grace and Truth CDC, we have Bishop Johnson. Guardian Catholic School, Sharifa Spicer. Jacksonville Housing Authority, Joyce Couch. Janet Owens from LISC. Rashonda Jackson, Northside Community CDC. Northwest Jacksonville, Paul Tutwiler. Hester Group, the Hester Group, with our banner. Please let's give them an applause. They did an amazing job for us with the program and with the banner. From Congresswoman Brown's office, we have a representative, Jackie. Jackie, where are you? Thank you, Jackie. From Senator Nelson's office, Michelle Barr. Michelle will be here later. War on Poverty, Karen Landry. Thanks, Karen. Wealth Watchers. I tell you what, when I call Wealth Watchers and Kara Davis, the support that I get is amazing. Kara, would you please stand? From Wells Fargo, we have my friend Valerie Hendricks. Valerie, please stand. And now, as Ed would say, I have to give some love to my people. My people. I've got to give some love to my people. I'd like to introduce to you my colleagues who hold the same positions as I in other parts of the state. Armando Fana, FOD from Miami. Buzz Osley, FOD Orlando. Rosemary Gaston, acting FOD Tampa. Now, I have a particular person on my immediate staff who never walks, he always runs. It's always easy to get to yes with him. He is maybe the hardest working person that I know, literally the hardest working person that I know. He keeps me on task, and that's a challenge. But he's relatively successful. Matt, please come out in the middle of the floor because I want everybody to see. Jim Martin and Terry Avant, would you please stand because they have kind of borne the brunt of all of our anxiety over the past few months. And then our other staff from multifamily, public housing, legal, all of you, please stand at the table where our staff is. Thank you all so very much for coming. We have a new hire, and if you don't mind, I'd like to call one person out over at that table. Just recently, we received an announcement that we're going to be getting a new general counsel, and I believe she's effective in July. I'd like to introduce to you that person. Please stand, Ingrid Suarez. I paused because she just got married and I don't know her last name. Thanks, Ingrid. Okay, I saw that there were some city elected officials coming in. I see Audrey. Audrey, please stand. Councilman Reggie Brown, thank you. Are there any others in the room? For just a second, let me talk to you about what today and tomorrow will look like. Following this plenary session, I'm going to ask that you all who have identified the breakout sessions that you're interested in attending, please get to those breakout sessions as soon as possible. We have ushers here who will help you locate the rooms for those sessions. There are any number of ladies and men's rooms around. I don't know where they are. The ushers will help you get to those. I would also ask that where there are multiple representatives from agencies that, in order to balance the workshops, that one person attends one and that you don't have multiple people in one workshop. I want to take a personal privilege to introduce just one other person. The love of my life, my grandbaby by love and not blood. He is an adorable little fellow who calls me his grandmama, and I love him. Hold your hand up, Darius. Because almost everybody in the state knows Darius. I talk about him wherever I go. And my other godson, the handsome guy who's going to be a model in the back, Jamil. Thank you. Thank you all so much.